Arn, if you had tumbled out of a entrance like that, what would have you done after? Were you just walked right off and say, "F this, I'm done. I'm not doing
I'd
this
have got
shit."
up and looked back in the hole for the guy that tripped me. All right, where'd he go? You see that guy trip me?
Right. Play it off.
I'd have wiggled my way out of it somehow.
Right. Yeah, I mean, just something. You have to do something. I would have just jumped back in the fucking hole and called it quits. I don't know, man.
And that would everyone would have understood as well.
Oh man. Well, listen, it's just terrible.
And Fred's a great guy too, man. For him to absorb that, can you imagine the ribbon he took?
Yeah.
I mean, thank God that he just had a temperament that he could, because he was a big bastard, he didn't get mad and kill somebody.
Buddy, and you have to continue to, because if he does meet and greets, fans are going to talk to him about it.
Oh, yes. It had to be a sore subject for a long time.
It's never going away for that guy. And as you can imagine, we have a number of questions about the Shockmaster. Gavin writes, were you familiar with Uncle Fred's work for Dusty as Big Steel Man? That character seems so natural for him and would have been a better fit. And a mini rant, has there ever been less thought put into a gimmick? A stormtrooper helmet covered in glitter that the man obviously couldn't see out of? How would he have ever gotten in the ring and worked with it? Was Ole going to cut his promos forever? Was anyone drug tested for pitching this whole idea? Gavin, I love you. So let's start with his first question. Were you familiar at all with Big Steel Man?
No.
I wasn't either. No, that's a good question, though. No. And then also, how could have you really developed this guy with a freaking helmet on his head with the Ole voice?
It was a bad choice from
Doomed
day one.
From the beginning.
Yeah, guys. What's the guy's name that had the question? Gavin, you're right on all this. You can't fix this stuff. It wasn't rehearsed. We didn't have anybody there that was looking at the good of the talent or the company and go, guys, we got to find something else. I'm just telling you, before we ever rehearse this, it ain't gonna fly.
Arn, the Professor Drew Landry, and I'm going to embellish some of these questions because it's just too entertaining. He says, did you know the plans for the Shockmaster? And do you ever sit around and think, what could have been?
Come on, Drew. Really? The silver helmet with the glitter all over it? And what was the get-up he had on, like the black vest?
He had like some kind of sleeveless furry robe on.
I mean, there was not a lot of thought into his outfit.
Looked like it was like a Star Wars helmet, like dipped in glitter bomb. I don't know what was happening there.
It was a disaster.
We're going to keep having fun. Brad Stanton asked, who was more at fault for the Shockmaster, the man or the company? I just think it could have been worked around.
I don't know how. You have to blame everybody.
Everybody's gotten skin in the game.
Now, if they were going to make me the Shockmaster, you know what I would have done? Knowing me now, I would have tried to make it work, right?
Well, do you put that helmet on?
I didn't know that you could say no. What would I have done? Said no?
I don't know, but you would have put the helmet on.
I guess I would have put it on, tried.
Wow, that's something to think about.
I mean, I've done some really rotten shit in my career.
But you've never been the shock forcer or, anything close to that.
No, but I've had some rotten matches with some people that I knew it was going to be rotten way before it ever happened. So I've contributed to less than stellar moments on that show, I'm sure.
And I think you've said before you would have said no to Red Rooster, though, wouldn't you have, if that gimmick would have been?
Yeah, I would have figured out I can't cluck and overcome that. You can't go back to being an enforcer after you've clucked around the ring. That's
where you draw the line. That's right.
You got it at some point.
Nick Lenz wants to know if you can confirm the story that David Crockett was responsible for the trip because he put the board where the entrance was supposed to be.
I cannot confirm that. That's way over my head.
He wasn't in the prop department. But yeah, that is a story. Nick's right. That has gone around the business.
Wow. Well, I mean, it's whoever's fault it was too late to fix it.
Alex Paris Redondo wants to know how hard it was to keep a straight face when the Shockmaster fell through the wall.
I came out of my chair back in the locker room. We're watching on the monitor, and I didn't bust out laughing. I just went, oh, God, because I knew.
Oh, terrible.
He's a baby face, and he's coming through the wall to be partners with Davey and Sting, your face of the company, and he falls on his ass.
He's a baby face, and my God, he fell down like a toddler. There's no doubt about it.
You're talking about, I mean, these are the whole thing, who he was partnering with, the seriousness of it being a War Games match, first time ever on television, a brand new character, all those things just went right in the shitter.
All right.